Hey, welcome to the episode of the DVO Show. I am DVO Derek Van Otten, and I'm here with my good friend Chris Forbush. How you doing, buddy?
Good, thank you.
So I'm glad to bring Chris out. Chris is an artist and entrepreneur, and he's got some great stuff that he's working on. And I wanted to introduce you guys to him and what he's up to, and I'll let him get into it a little bit, and we'll start asking questions. But if you guys want to know, this is the DVO Show. I am on all the podcast platforms, iTunes, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, you name it, I'm probably on it. And also, we're recording this for my YouTube, and you can just type in the DVO Show, and it will pop up. I'll put the description in here of my name and Chris's information as well, so you guys can reach out to him and get a hold of him. But I want to bring him on too because we're in January of 2019, and so when it gets colder, I kind of let my beard grow out a little bit thicker. And my wife doesn't like it when it gets kind of scratchy and prickly, so I've been using some beard oil, and actually the beard oil I use is Rune beard oil. So I know that's one of your endeavors. Yeah. I mean, let's talk about that. How'd you get into that? You got a nice little beard. If you guys are watching the YouTube, Chris got a nice full beard. I don't think I can't do that. Yeah. I wish I could. I can't do that. Time. It looks good, man. I like it. I can't do it though. But how'd you get into this?
You know, it was actually a farmer's market event, and my wife started doing soaps and lotions with her mother in 2014.
Okay.
And we went to an event, and I heard a little bit about some beard oil. I went and checked out a local company, and bought some product from them. And upon returning to the booth, she said, "Why did you do that?" And I said, What's the problem? I want to try out some beard oil." She says, "That guy treats me like crap." And he verbally attacks her quite often.
What?
He had no courtesy to tell me that he had a problem with my wife when
you pulled your wallet out.
Purchased product from him. So I started digging into this whole issue because I'm a guy that doesn't let stuff go like that very easily, and I found out that his company has actually come after my wife's quite a few times. So I said, "All right, buddy, let's do this professionally. Let's go at it like gentlemen." And I started our own company, and we spearheaded this concept to take care of Orion, our son, who has cystic fibrosis. And for us, this is a really big way of doing it because I'm greatly bothered by people who simply beg, and they kind of expect everyone else to do the shoveling, pushing the wheelbarrow, and they want a freeload, and we refuse to do that.
So let's talk about Orion a little bit, because a big part of Rune beard oil is part of Orion's army.
Yes.
So that's your son. Tell us about that.
Orion is our 10-year-old boy. He was born Christmas 2008.
Christmas Day?
Yeah, Christmas
Oh, that's
Day.
awesome.
He was actually 5 weeks early. He was taken out emergency status.
Okay.
They said that if they didn't get him out, that probably both of them were going to be lost.
Wow.
So we had to do something immediately when she had just gone in for high blood pressure. And it was just a domino rally,
Okay.
One issue led to another, and it carried on, and I was through the pre-eclampsia. He had problems when he was being born. They had to take him out cesarean, and we found out about a week or so after he was born he had a situation I'd never even heard of called cystic fibrosis.
Wow.
So it was kind of like a liver shot, like you're cruising along in your fight, you think you got it going all right, and low to the stomach, man.
That's unfortunate. And so you guys are taking the proceeds, and I know you did a walk over the summer.
Yeah.
What else are you guys kind of doing as well?
We do quite a lot, actually. We work with a lot of small businesses all around the country. Otten's Beard Woodworking, Ravenscraft Arts, Mantra LLC, DVO Podcast. We work with some of the best that I can find. But I aspire to connect with people who are still on the up and up. Those who are still grinding, who have no foundation, or who are, because that's right there where you have the most grit. And I found that the people who are in that stage with their business are seriously some of the most driven people I've ever met.
Okay.
And, we work with them. They support our cause. We do a shirt every year, and we have them all chip in to get their name on the shirt, and then we wear it to our events.
Oh, nice.
So it's pretty cool. And there's quite a few other things we do. We're getting it together and doing outdoor events,
Oh, that's cool.
All kinds of great stuff.
So you're raising money. You're trying to get the cure and kind of Is that right? Like trying to look for a cure? Because I know, like, I usually make videos like you have to put your boy in a vest.
Yeah.
Pretty much to kind of shake out the lungs and the breathing. And I actually have another friend of mine who's in my one of my companies, and they deal with the same thing with their oldest, and it just breaks my heart to see that, you know. So you've teamed up also with like your wife's company as well, right? So they're doing soaps. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they started in April 2014. Doing soaps and lotions, you know, the girly stuff. And over the course of the last 3 years, however, these two companies, Lilacs and Lilies, who they used to be, and Rune Oil Beard Company have really built something that I can tell that it's like smelling Thanksgiving dinner being prepared, knowing that you get to eat it the next day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, we can see that there's something really good coming along, but we're still in the process. We're still doing all the mixing. We're still doing the chemistry. You know, getting the oven the right temperature, so to speak, and we're building something really big.
Okay.
I'm really excited about it.
That's pretty awesome. So I want to go back. When you were doing the oil, did you already have that magnificent beard you have now?
You know what? I used to try to grow it out. It was funny when I was 17 and I got in trouble. I remember I had this thing that looked like a goat beard. You know, like when the goats are wild, and I don't know. I had pictures of myself back then before I got into grooming. My hell. I don't know what Kim was doing with me, but no, it really did. It really does help your appearance a lot because you know, it's just like the rest of your body. You take care of it. You use good products, and you're gonna have a fantastic looking beard as long as your genetics line up. There are things you can do to improve your beard, but I want to tell you that you don't need to buy the hype and go buy the $50 pills because it's nonsense.
That's good. That's a good point. What's the proper way to apply? Like I'm just like putting a couple drops in my hand, rubbing it in, and letting it just kind of soak in. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but what's the proper way to apply?
Proper way to apply that is just a couple drops in your hand. Even with mine, I only use about the size of a dime.
Okay.
Maybe do like 4 or 5 drops.
Oh,
Dip
okay.
my fingertips in that, and then I'll just sit there and give myself a really good massage.
All right.
If I have the time, I'll sit there and pamper myself for a good 10 minutes, just rubbing sandalwood and lemon.
All right.
You know, massage those jaw muscles because a lot of us through the day will grind those when we're frustrated.
Okay.
But pamper yourself, but get that oil into the skin underneath the beard, and the beard itself will follow. You know.
Okay.
So when you're working it in, it's obviously going to go into your facial hair.
All right.
But the lighter you go, the better it'll be because a lot of people use too much. It's far too expensive.
Gotcha.
And it's wasteful, messy.
So I want to ask you a question. This question is going to be for entrepreneurs that are looking to find products for their product, and also for guys with epic beards. How did you find the ingredients for yours? Because I know you went natural.
Yeah.
And so how did you find the ingredients? Who'd you connect to? Is it local?
Well, we've looked for the best company we can find as close to home as possible.
Nice.
We do have someone in Ohio that does our essentials for us.
Oh, good.
And that's close as home as we could get with this quality and the quantity that we're getting at.
Got it.
And it is 100% pure therapeutic grade. And so those of our essential oils are top notch. You know, it's the Patron of essential oil, so to speak. Like, we have the really, really good stuff, and we don't charge $80 to $160 for a little bottle of it. But we really prefer to have our stuff smell rich and vibrant. So like when you line our product up against that of another one, you're like, oh, that's okay. Then you smell it, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, it has a good smell because
it literally takes you to another world.
I do as soon as I get out of the shower. As soon as I come out of the shower, I put a couple drops in and I put it in my beard and I like it. It smells good. I shouldn't even say beard. Mine's not even a beard. Mine's just like a longer scruff, but it's maintained.
We're working on it.
I don't think I can grow it like yours. I wish I could, but I don't think I could. It's the Asian side of me, I think.
It takes time, man.
Yeah. How long did it take you to grow it out?
This I've been growing for more than a year. So
more than a year.
My wife did buy me one of those really. It's a Brio Beardscape. I love you, babe. I think it's awesome, but it's an $80 trimmer.
Okay.
So, like, it's got all different kinds of settings. It's Star Wars, man. It's got all kinds of sounds and lights to it. But I mean, it's a phenomenal trimmer. And like, I'll sit there and clean it up every now and then. But, yeah, pretty much. Like, it's been a full year.
More than
a year now, actually.
That's awesome, man. So was that your first business adventure going out there doing the oil?
No, actually, I've had quite a few before, but I never really never really committed and gave it all that I needed to.
Okay.
And that's why in my previous ventures, I've had friends who go, "Man, you're actually doing something. That's
Good,
cool."
good.
Because we've all made mistakes, but I was one of those guys who thought I could run 7 different companies at once, and
gets difficult, right?
no, man, you gotta. I'm maxed out too. So
right.
It's madness, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's good, but I want to tell you though. You told me that story though. It was the first time hearing it. And I love that approach of, all right, we're gonna handle this like gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up against you head to head, and we're gonna see who can outperform the other. I love that. What was the beef about with this dude and your wife anyway? Just because they were next to each other, or what?
Similar product, actually.
Okay.
And, the day that I decided it was time for me to pull the trigger was, I came back from the restroom at an event, and he was literally hips up against a table, hand in her face.
Oh, wow.
And he was in her face, like, verbally getting at her. And
wow.
I felt my shoulders right here, my traps tighten up, because
yeah.
I was about ready to clean this
right.
off. But then I realized that there's probably 240 witnesses.
Okay.
And my company's banner was up. Well, my wife's company's banner was up.
Okay.
And that's not how I want to represent ourselves,
That's good.
And that's not how I was raised.
Okay, that's good.
I've been raised that if someone does you something wrong like that, get at it strategically,
Okay.
And
that makes sense. I like that.
And so, as it sits now, we're 20,000 above him, and
nice.
Our ratings are better. We have far more followers. We're expanding. We're going in different directions, and his ratings continue to decline.
All right.
And it's really, in my opinion, it's the culture of the company.
For sure.
That sets the difference between us.
That makes sense. So, tell me the name Rune.
Yes.
Where'd that come from?
Ancient Northern European spirituality called Asatru.
Okay.
We had written symbols called runes, and
oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, so the specific alphabet, or the name for the style that we use, is Elder Futhark. And a lot of the Vikings use these same things, and that's why you'll find a lot of the artifacts, armor, and whatnot have similar symbols that our products and stuff have on them. And I came upon this because I wanted our name to have like a real purpose.
Okay.
Not like Dan's Beard Oil, or something like that, but to like have it, like when you just say the name, like it literally sets a whole new mindset. You're like, oh wow, Rune's Vikings, like
right,
hard work, like hardy people.
Okay.
And that's our culture. Like everybody who is affiliated with our company in any way is a gritty, dirty, bare knuckle,
I like
working human being.
I like it. So, are you a big fan of the Viking show?
Absolutely, I love it.
All right. How about the Last Kingdom?
Absolutely, I love it.
I just started that one, so go on.
I want to see them get together and put something together.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be really cool.
I watched it when I watched the Vikings on the History Channel, and I kind of dug that one a little bit. And my brother, he started watching The Last Kingdom on Netflix and told me about it. So I started watching it a little bit, and I'm kind of liking it. And I know it's like the 3rd or 4th season. I'm on the 4th episode, but
nice.
He was like, "You need to watch it because." He goes, I think we might have some Viking in us because obviously my last name, Van Otten, is Dutch, and I don't know what he saw, but I was like, all right, interesting. We'll have to check it out.
Everybody's got a little bit of Viking.
That might explain some of my tendencies, I guess.
Oh, man, they traveled far and wide, and they made a lot of babies.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's pretty funny. So you guys came up with the logo, and I like at your stands you've got it branded.
Yeah.
Into some wood.
Yeah.
Right. That looks pretty awesome. So no, that's awesome. I'm glad to see you doing so well. And your wife too, right? So she's got lilacs and lilies. Is that what you said?
We have now absorbed that company entirely.
Okay.
As of December 31st, that company is no more, and Rune Oil has basically bought it. So,
okay.
Her and her mother are getting a cash bonus for everything they put into it. They're still a part of it. And the good thing about this is it really is a family business where it works out better for her mom because she didn't really like going to the events, but she loves making the products.
Oh, okay.
So now I get to get my buddies who are all interested in business and put them to work. And my game plan here is to make it so my wife doesn't have to go to the events unless she wants to.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's really good. So it can actually be something that provides for us and gives us a little bit of freedom. So.
I like that. So just like the Vikings conquering land, you're conquering other businesses.
Oh yeah.
All right, I like that. So you're now you just brought up family business.
Yeah.
So is your wife still involved then?
Absolutely. She's the numbers wizard behind everything. I'm the guy that comes up with the art, does the videos.
Okay.
And she's the one that's managing the website, and she handles all the taxes, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So it's definitely a full-time job.
How do you enjoy working with your spouse?
It's fantastic. It really is, because we both know what we want. And
okay.
It's really good because we're both on the same page. And for those of you entrepreneurs out there who are trying to figure out how to get your significant other on the same page, start thinking about it now.
Good point.
Because that's one of the things we're going to carry on as we do other podcasts. But it's really important to get those around you on board. And if they can't get on board, then you've got to go on it on your own, because there's going to come a time in your life when you're going to have to make certain decisions where they challenge you, make you uncomfortable. Yeah. But, working with her, we've been through all that already, and we now know what we want. We want this to be able to provide for us, and we eventually do want to see a cure for cystic fibrosis.
Awesome, man.
Due to our work. So, we're not stopping.
I love that, man. That's so awesome. I bring that up actually about your wife, because obviously my wife, I put her name on all of my businesses as well, because I enjoy being in a partnership with her, where we work together. And kind of, I heard one time say, imagine if two minds with the same goal are pushing forward, you'll achieve it faster and hit that target. So I'm glad to hear that, man. That's freaking awesome. What things you guys got cooking for 2019? Like in the summer, you were saying you like to go to the farmers markets and things like that, right? Are you guys gonna be at every single one around here?
We're definitely digging deep to get as many as we can. This is the year that I'm going gung ho, kind of like Call of Duty, running around with two guns at once.
Okay.
Let's do this. We have a lot of really good stuff going on this year, though. And we are launching our coffee currently.
Oh, okay.
So this is really good, because Farmers Market now gives us a chance to get out there with our company, the brand new name, brand new logo, everything. And over the course of the winter, we've actually built like a really good, sturdy online community. And so I'm really excited to see how this transpires into the summertime.
Nice.
Summertime is always the most interesting, when you can see who really wants to be part of what you're doing, because they show up to the events.
What? Oh, okay.
Big shout out to Unknown Beardsmen out there. Love you guys. Thank you for showing up to everything. We have good people like them who they show up almost every single time. They make purchases. They get involved. They answer questions. They talk to other people who are there to visit us. So
good.
We've got a good thing going on. It's not just like a Kim and I company. It's kind of like a community company.
I like that. So tell me, you just talked about you're releasing you're coming out with a coffee.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Coffee is it's been my passion since 2006.
I remember, yeah.
I got suckered into a job at Beans and Brews, and I figured that I could just do my job and go home. And then I started to find that there's an art to it.
Oh, yeah.
And, I used to do graffiti art a lot more than I do now.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I wasn't so legit as I am now. Now it's all paper. Back then it was bombing walls and stuff. But
yeah.
I fell in love with it though, because I was like, wow, this is almost like art in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
The drink together, the way you present it to someone, and I thought, well, hey, you know what? I don't really want to be a bartender, but this is fun. Like,
nice.
So it was the opposite of what I could have been doing. But since then, though, man, I'm learning so much more about the roast, what goes into the whole process, the communities the coffee comes from, which is seriously important. And, our company is really, really highly concerned with making sure that we're getting everything sustainably, ethically.
Nice.
And providing, unique options that no other coffee company has. And believe me, we've got some stuff on the way.
What's the name of the company?
Rune Oil Coffee Company. So it
got it.
Goes right along well with our beard and body company, and we're carrying on building a bigger brand, so to speak.
Okay.
And we do have some other stuff on the horizon that's pretty exciting that I can't say anything about yet.
All right, I can't wait to see more about it.
Oh yeah.
So where do you get your beans from, and kind of go into that a little bit?
Yeah, so we work with a couple local roasters, really great
I like
guys.
that.
I want to shout out to Paul and Rob. Love you guys, man. I wish you were here today. But
nice.
Yeah, good guys. And they came out of the woodwork when I was looking for people, and I was testing the waters with people's integrity.
Okay.
And these two guys came, and they showed up one morning to my house for a meeting, and talked about how they go to church and they roast coffee. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Like, these are my kind of people. Like, it's a different spiritual path, but
yeah,
they have integrity, and like, things have gone really well with these guys.
Oh,
So
good.
They get us coffee from Mexico, Peru, Ethiopia,
Nice.
you name it, and they roast it and bag it for me, and that's how we do it.
Now I'm
it's a good
curious.
partnership.
I like that. I'm curious with the roast and the beans. Are you gonna go off of Viking names for them?
We do have our one of our designers working on some pretty cool stuff right now.
Okay, so I think I'd be disappointed if I don't see Viking names on it now.
Well, we do have one. One of our designers yesterday or the other day was showing me that he's got some really cool stuff with the runes, and they'll say, like for example, our Mexican one says tradition, and he's got a really cool rune for tradition. So yeah, we're gonna have some really nice labeling, and bags are being delivered tomorrow for our next edition of roasts. So
that's awesome.
Good stuff, man.
So where can people like find and order and all that stuff? All the oils, the soaps, the lotion, all of it, the old coffee.
You can find all of that online at Facebook. It's very simple there. Just find Rune Oil Coffee Company or Rune Oil Beard and Body. Everybody knows who we are on there. Once you get on there, you start looking around. You're going to see we have a pretty good following. And
Nice.
Once you dig in, you'll see why. And I want to reiterate that this is not about just the money. This is more about the people. And that's why my wife and I are still in a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 car.
Okay.
Like, we're not lining our pockets. We're doing this to build a community and support a cause. And,
Yes.
I'm very, very adamant about people knowing that, because there's a lot of people out there who they get rich real quick, and then they forget about who helped them get there.
Absolutely.
And it's very important to us that those who are actively involved with, those who are sharing our stuff on Facebook, those who are, buying when they can, or just, plugging into podcasts,
Right.
We are a community. And it's not just, hey, look what we can do for our company, but like, what can we do for all of our companies?
Yeah.
And that's where it all comes down to, really.
Well, what gets me excited is kind of now we talked a little bit, is kind of, the history, the beginnings of what you were creating. Is obviously started off as a chip on your shoulder, correcting injustice in a way. And then now it's like, hey, we got a cause here. We got something greater than us, which is basically you and your wife say our creation. And let's make his life better. And so I love that cause. I mean, that's great. I've actually referred a few people over to you guys, and for the oil, as I talk to guys and they're looking for. I'm like, you guys gotta go check out Rune. Not only is because it's got great products, but also what it stands behind. Like, you're supporting the cause, and I think that's great. I think that's important.
Absolutely. So though we've done a lot of talking about me, but we're also on my feed here.
Yeah, I saw you recording. You brought your camera too.
I want to ask you too, man.
Okay.
Because my friends know me, but I want them to get a little bit of who you are.
Okay.
If that's all right, if we can shift gears a bit.
Sure.
Because I want to tell all you people, I've known this guy for about 2 years now.
Yep.
Absolutely mind-blowing integrity.
Thank
he's shown
you.
up to things when he had other stuff to do. He showed up to events to help me out with things, and we've had coffee quite a few times.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
I really think that what Derek has to offer all of you guys is something that will really help everybody. So just give yourself a 60-second commercial or whatnot, and please tell my friends what you do.
Well, again, my name is Derek Van Otten, or everyone calls me DVO for short, my initials. I'm a self-proclaimed finance and business coach. How I kind of got into it myself was, like a lot of people out there, I made some bad mistakes and choices with my money, and put myself in a bad situation. And to get myself out of that, I'm a big believer in not having a victim mentality. I didn't think someone owed it to me to get me out of my situation. I didn't feel the government owed me anything, or my family or friends owed me anything. I knew I put myself there. I need to get myself out of it. So what I did is I just kind of self-taught myself. I'm a college dropout. I was kind of embarrassed originally to say that. Now I'm very proud to say that. But I'm a college dropout. So what I did is I self-taught myself. And I just got really into not only books, but also podcasts. And that's why I created my podcast, to kind of give back, because I observe so much and consume so much. So basically what I'm doing now is I taught myself, and what I did is I found a mentor. I found a mentor in not only finance, but also in business. And he taught me, and I'm going to give him a shout. His name is Rafa Bastidas. And he introduced me to a lot of different people and a lot of different concepts that I never thought about before. So it was my self-teaching and also finding a mentor, and I got on the path to financial freedom, to financial independence. And what he told me is, he said, Derek, you need to pay it forward because you're not the only one. What I found out was money and finance was the biggest stress in people's lives, and I came that from experience. And we know we live here in Utah, and the number one cause for divorce is money fights, money problems. Mm-hmm. And Utah has one of the highest divorce rates in the country. And all of this was happening to me with my financial problems. That at the same time I was dating who is now my wife, but we were dating at the time, and I said, "There's no way." When I wanted to propose, I said, "There's no way this beautiful, intelligent girl is going to say yes to me in my situation." When we were dating, early on in our dating time, I was actually getting foreclosed on my condo. And so I said, this is not going well. I'm going to be homeless in about a couple weeks. So this isn't going to go well. Yeah. And that's what I did. I actually had to be upfront with her. She stuck by my side and she said, I could bail you out, but I'm not going to. What are you going to learn from that? And I'm so glad she was tough on me like that. I love tough love. I accept it. My parents were tough on me. They gave me some tough love as well. And I could tell they heard it because they wanted to help bail me out. But I'm glad they didn't. I just manned up, put up my bootstraps and went to work. And so now that's what I do. And so what's funny is that my passion is actually not finance. So which is funny because that's what I'm doing now. My passion is helping people. That's what I've become passionate about. And now knowing that the number one cause for people in their stress is money related, I can kind of help alleviate that. And also what's happened is now business has become a passion of mine. I love business, and I love starting business and working with business owners and entrepreneurs like Chris here. And we can network and talk with each other, and we're in totally two different fields, but our minds are parallel, which is awesome. And so that's a little bit about me and my wife's story. Now we're, besides our home, we're totally debt free. We have a beautiful home out in the West Mountains, and I'm on a crusade to help people fix their issues, their biggest stress.
That's awesome. And I've got a lot of people watching this who will see it later on if they're not watching it now. But you really need to listen to this guy. So I have been for a couple years now, and I haven't done everything he said, but the stuff that I have done that he suggested has really helped me out. And I fully vouch for everything Derek's got going on. And I just want to tell him thank you for having me on today, because this has been a killer thing, and I definitely want to do more of these. Oh,
thanks, man. I'd love to have you on again too. Maybe we can maybe do like a double date podcast with our wives joining us. That might be fun. That might be fun. Video.
We'll have to surprise party her because she's not much for stuff like that. But I'll just say,
okay, we'll do that.
We'll tell her we're gonna come here and play some chess, man.
And a surprise, we got a camera recording. Is she mostly behind the scenes?
Yeah, she's not.
Okay.
I mean, even at the events, man, I'm like, hey, this is my wife, Cam, and she's like, hi, kind of hiding out in the back.
That's funny.
She's like, you go talk to him. So.
My wife is like that now. I know she wants to get out of that, and I know she would deny me saying that, but it's true. She's definitely behind the scenes, a little shy. I keep telling her, I keep inviting her on to the pod, and she's like, okay. And then I think she chickens out a little bit, but yeah, that's okay. I mean, I was nervous when I started recording too, so I get it.
Yeah, I love seeing that people are breaking out of that and going for it. And man, if you guys are out there wondering what you should do, just get serious about your passions and start doing stuff like Derek's doing here. We're just two guys drinking coffee and shooting the breeze, and It's really cool because there's going to be a lot of good things that come from this, because this video is going to be shared far and wide, and a lot of good conversations are going to come out of this.
Oh, absolutely. And I thank you for coming on again too, man. I know you got a busy schedule and you've made some time out to come here, but I want to promote you and let people know what you're up to, what you're doing, what's your cause, and I hope people can see that and they want to plug in. So go to the Facebook page. Say it one more time. Your Facebook page.
Rune Oil Coffee Company, and then Rune Oil Beard and Body.
I like that.
We have similar logos. Really good pages. Lots of memes. We got a lot of memes.
Okay, and I noticed that you changed the name of the Facebook page earlier. like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
So I saw that notification. I'm like, oh, what's cooking? I'm like, we gotta get Chris on the podcast and see what he's up to. So
there's some pretty interesting stuff, and give you guys a little one teaser. Is down the rubber fulfillment. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Because the trading company is coming together. So
I like to hear that, man. Hey, man, I'm so proud of what you're doing, what you've accomplished, and what you're bringing up, and super proud of the cause. So I want you to know I support you, and you let me know if you need me for anything.
Likewise.
All right, brother. Thanks so much, man. And guys, thanks for listening. I'm going to put all of Chris's information in the description of the podcast and the YouTube channel. So thanks for listening again to another episode of the DVO Show with Chris Forbush and Rune.
Take care.
Talk to you guys later.